What's up, team? Lift heavy, swing fast. Coming at you today with a brand new series. I'm going to start here on the page. It's going to be every Monday. My working title right now is Movement Monday, and each time I'm going to go over a exercise that is coming up in the cycle, reason why we do it, and some more in-depth exactly how to perform the movement. So today we're going to start with the cat-cow. This week in Lift Heavy, Swing Fast, you're going to see the frog cat-cow. So before we get into that specific movement, let's talk about why we do the cat-cow anyways. If you've ever gone through a TPI assessment, the Titleist Performance Institute, I think the very first screen they have you go through, it's at least one of the first two, is the ability to arch and tuck your pelvis, known as the pelvic tilt test. Okay, so I'm arching and I'm tucking. It would be a posterior tilt and an anterior pelvic tilt, for those of you that know what that means. All that it really means is that we're able to control our core and our glutes and our spine. Okay, this is very important in your golf swing and in daily life for a lot of reasons. I think the number one reason we can talk about it in the golf swing is because of something we all want in the swing, and that is power. If you think about the ground being sunshine and the power transfer coming up through our body like a ray of sunshine, it comes through our legs, through our hips and pelvis, then that power transfers up through the body, out to the arms, into the club, into the golf club, and eventually into the golf ball. So if we have a power leak, which a lot of people don't know how to move their pelvis and their hips correctly, we have a power leak, which we would lose power in our swing. So I always tell people when we get control of our pelvis, it's free yards, F-R-E-E. So the cat-cow is one of the best ways to do it. You'll see in Lift Heavy, Swing Fast, I really like using the targeted cat-cow, where we go real slow. So you start out on your hands and knees, back flat first, and then you want to arch the back, and notice that I'm arching my hips first and my butt, and then I'm going to just kind of let that go through every part of my spine, every segment, that's why I call it targeted, target every vertebrae along the way, and then where I'm arching the rest of my back. Now, to start the opposite way, we tuck. So I want to tuck my hips, and then I'm again segmenting all the way up, where now I'm rounding my entire body, squeezing my butt, and squeezing your abs. So it's great for injury prevention. I kind of do this, I do this all the time, more or less for daily maintenance. But again, it kind of comes back to that power transfer at the first, is what I really like it for golf. Now, you've seen variations where we stagger our hands, that adds in a touch more rotation, right? Because I'm kind of biased to one side. But now this week, we've added in the frog cat-cow. So I've put the frog pose at the end of many workouts, which is a great adductor stretch to the insides of your thighs. And I know that if you were at a public gym, you might get some looks for this one, but this one is fantastic. So I really want you guys to give this one a shot. So I'm gonna pull this back just a little bit so I can stay in the frame here. And these Movement Mondays are not gonna be super edited. This is just me gonna riff about the exercise that we're doing, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And I hope it's informational for you. So it's not gonna be super exciting. I'm not gonna do a bunch of crazy cuts and make this, you know, a viral video. I just wanna help you guys out. So I'm going pretty wide here along my mat. And you want to get your feet on the ground. I wanna try to get my heels down and the arches of my feet pointing towards the ground as well. So I'm gonna go pretty wide here. And again, it's that adductor stretch. I even just had a little hip pop in there. So if this is super uncomfortable, don't go really wide at first. Just bring it in a little bit and work your way out, all right? So once I'm here, then it's just the exact same thing. I'm trying to arch and tuck my pelvis, okay? So if I wanna see that arch first, around everything, or arch everything, excuse me. Now I'm gonna tuck, starting with the hips. And I know that looks crazy, but you know, it really works. So tuck, got my feet driving into the ground, my heels driving into the ground, big stretch here in my hips. And now I'm going to round everything. Then release it all, come back the other way. Really kind of exaggerate it. I know you might get some looks, go up against a wall or something, but the more you can exaggerate this, the more flexibility, mobility in our spine and our hips. We don't want to stay rigid all the time, right? We need to get some fluidity. So really just arch and now tuck. All right, so that's going to be the first installment of Movement Monday, working title. If you guys got a better thing to call it, please put it down in the comments, and I'll change the name. I'm not attached to it. I just want to give you guys something that'll help you out. And the reason why we do some of the exercises that we do, so if you can't do that, if your hips do not move like that, if your legs won't go out like there, you're gonna rip your groin apart or something, just go to the targeted or the traditional, the more traditional version of that cat-cow, all right? It can be called cat-cow, I call it cats and dogs. Erica makes me call it cat-cow, whatever. Arch and tuck your spine, power transfer, injury prevention, flexibility and mobility. Just a lot of great stuff in that one movement. Core control, core strength. So make sure you don't skip over that one in Lift Heavy Swing Fast, and I will be back every week for another installment of Movement Monday. Thanks for watching.